Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions, April 18, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. April 18, 2025. Newshound, Intel Guru MNT GOAT. Based on my recent conversation with my CBI contact in Iraq, she also agrees with the rest of the citizens that if the Iranian issue can be resolved, they are going to move ahead with the currency reform effort and complete it. April 18, 2025. Intel Guru Frank 26. Iraq Boots on the Ground Report. Frank. ATMs are now in position. They're bringing them forth. Not all are out, I know, but just curious. Do you think they have the lower notes in them right now? Firefly. Mr. Sammy wants you to know IHO no lower notes in them yet. But soon. Frank. Smile. April 18, 2025. Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z. Via PDK. I am very surprised that we are still waiting. But things look to be very close. April 18, 2025. Intel Guru Bruce. Via Wiser Now, on Redemption Center screens 17 currencies that are going up substantially in value. The dinar. Obviously one of them, the dong. Another great one. The other ones are going up and be somewhere in the vicinity of $4 or $7. Dinar will be much higher, dong is going to be higher. April 17, 2025. Intel Guru Frank 26. Community comment. $6.47 like it was in my dreams. I don't think it could ever reach something like that, because that would cause a domino effect with the other Middle Eastern currency values. It would be the opposite of what we're doing right now, an undervalued exchange rate. We would be dealing with an overvalued exchange rate. That would really mess things up in imports and exports. April 17, 2025. Newshound Guru Militiaman. Tourism is a massive amount of money. Millions of people flock into Iraq for religious tourism every single year. That's a fact. Article quote. There will be new opportunities that serve tourism, their geographical location, and contributing to supporting the economy in the coming days. It looks like they're ready to activate this. April 17, 2025. Newshound Guru Samson article. Kurdistan PM. Iraq's central bank governor discussed digital finance reforms and cash reduction plan. April 17, 2025. Newshound Guru Claire article. Al-Sudani talks about Baghdad and the governorate's readiness to receive international tourism companies. Quote. According to the statement, that the government's interest in developing infrastructure in Baghdad and the provinces is to prepare them to receive international tourism companies that wish to establish their tourism and hotel projects in Iraq. Al-Sudani pointed to Iraq's vast tourism heritage, including archaeological sites and religious and cultural centers, which qualifies it to achieve significant leaps and become a leading tourism destination, attracting companies specializing in tourism to operate there. April 17, 2025. Intel Guru Mark Z. Via PDK. Article. Is the 2025 budget facing financial disaster? They are very worried about the price of oil per barrel. Sudani says the price in the budget is set to $65, so it's not a big concern. But bankers and economists are saying because of this, it's time to revalue so they can fix these issues. Now other government officials are also saying that perhaps it is time to revalue. April 17, 2025. Intel Guru Frank 26. Iraq Boots on the Ground Report. Firefly. Sammy wants to talk to you. The reason you don't see the budget is the same reason you don't see the back pay paid out. Or the oil not restarted, because it's all related to the budget tables and a rate. Frank. I agree 100%. I agree with you, Mr. Sammy, because if you sit back and look at the whole picture of the monetary reform, there's only one thing missing: a new exchange rate that makes everything work. That makes everything make sense, because nothing is logical at 1310. April 17, 2025. Intel Guru Bruce. Via Wiser Now. President Trump addressed a privately held meeting with about 42 people in it: Citibank, Chase, Wells, Bank of America, their main leaders there. President Trump told them that Iraq had a currency, the Iraqi dinar, that could be put on Forex, along with a number of other currencies. He said, some people have been invested in this for over 2 decades. That currency, he said, is one that revalued in Iraq. And he mentioned the rate, so it's a publicly known rate, it's an international rate, the rate for Iraq in Iraq. Just a little over $6.20. Now it was trade up further, as it's being traded actually now on Forex, redemption centers, are actually ready for us. He said Iraq is completely revalued. I think that things look like we can get notified. Thursday and go Thursday, it's looking very, very good for us based on what President Trump did. So I'm excited about that, and I hope everyone else is. April 17, 2025 Newshound guru Sandy Ingram. The IQD is holding its own and floating between 1305 and 1310. The Central Bank of Iraq is hoping the digital currency it introduced and controlled will eliminate the black market rate and allow the country to experience one rate. April 17, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU. It is now being reported again that we are waiting on the rear end boom. In RV, there is already a rear and it is 1300 dinar to the $1 USD. The most recent charts of banking activity and economic reports shows this. It has been unchanged for the last 3 years. This info comes from official government reports. I have read 84 of them. There is no talk about an RV and there is much talk about reforming the banking sector and stabilizing the economy. As it currently appears, there will be no RV for the remainder of the year. It simply isn't on the agenda. April 17, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. If you guys see the theme of coordination, cooperation, you see mechanisms, transparency. If you follow through that, you can see the stepping stones. If you want to get down to the ocean front and you're up on the cliff, you got to go down all those stepping stones. To get off that cliff, Iraq has been doing that. They're down to, I think, the last stepping stone to put their feet in the sand and get a cool swim in the water. I think it's going to be a big swim. April 17, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. I think we're very close. Haven't you noticed the change in pattern, articles? Didn't you notice, that's where all the truth, all the vital information that we need about this investment is at. This is called the Azraflak. Azraflak is when they're giving the financial literacy education of the monetary reform that I promised you was going to happen. That's where we're at. April 17, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat article. To boost the economy, the International Development Bank is the official sponsor of the Iraqi Business Summit. The summit will be held with broad participation from local and international economic institutions and investment companies. I would have to even call this a wow article. April 17, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z. Via PDK, bank stories really do give us hope for timing, and I love this one. My son was not a believer in the IQD, but he is now. My son is a day trader. And as plugged into the traditional system as you can get. Here is what he texted. I noticed lots of movement in the market. And IQD values on the trading views, MZ. In other words, he was looking at the screens and saw this. IQD values are going kooky, so I reached out to a friend at a bank 9, an old friend and employer, and asked what is going on. The response from the banker was this. You should definitely get some, hold some dinar? Keep it close by, I believe very soon it will be exchanging, I am serious. Mark Z. So now her son is a believer. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: IraqiDinarChat.net